Hey guys, this is Liam, aka Blue Marker here, and first off, I want to say Happy Halloween to everyone, and today I'm going to do a review on some Halloween movies, because unfortunately I can't do any music reactions right now because of my copyright strike, so I'm going to do this instead, and they're just going to be brief reviews of the films. It's not going to be long reviews of each film. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one I will talk about is Halloween from 1978. I have seen this in my American culture class during my senior year. Yes, I saw it in my class, even though it's rated R, so don't judge. But anyway, this was done by John Carpenter, and this was Jamie Lee Curtis's first movie. It's set in Illinois, and basically the one people know the most out of this film is Michael Myers. So yeah, but I have only seen it one time, which is when I saw it in my class, and honestly, due to the time that I watched it, I didn't really have a problem with it. It's pretty good. It's one of the most iconic films related to Halloween. So yeah. But anyway, the next brief review will be Goosebumps from 2015. And there's a lot of books that were written by R.L. Stein, but this movie, it stars Jack Black, and I remember seeing it in 2016, a few months after it came out, and even though I was 11 when I watched it, I honestly didn't have too much of a problem with that either, so yeah. And then the next movie, well, technically not a movie, but it's a short film. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and basically we're focused on Charlie Brown, Linus, and Lucy. Charlie Brown is invited to a Halloween party. Linus awaits for the Great Pumpkin while the others go trick-or-treating. And when the others hit candy, Charlie Brown hits rocks every time. And then after that, they head to the party. And I have heard about this I out of rock thing many times since I first saw the film. And I saw it in my class too. But honestly, since it's animated and quite good, I like it. And of course, we all know Peanuts is legendary, a classic. But anyway, next is the Addams Family from 1991. The based off of the original characters by Charles Addams, and Christopher Lloyd is in this. And I saw that film in my American culture class too. I don't remember if we were focusing on Halloween films or 90s films at the time, but doesn't really matter though. I still like it, and the Addams Family is quite amazing. But anyway, next is Casper from 1995, and we all know the title character himself, Casper the Friendly Ghost. But this one, instead of 2D animated, creators use CGI to create the ghost characters, which is quite incredible because it was pretty rare that CGI was used before we had Toy Story, which also came that year. But anyway, quite another good one. And then next is a Disney one, and that is Hocus Pocus from 1993. It basically focuses on three witches who are played by three actresses I know pretty well: Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. It's actually been a while since I saw the film. I don't think I saw it in my class, but I remember seeing it and liking it and knowing one song from it. Not all of them, but I'm gonna have to able to rewatch and see, and probably do a re-review of it next year. So that would be on my bucket list. And the next one is also Disney, and it's Halloween Town from 1998, except it's a Disney Channel original, and this one starred Debbie Reynolds. And when we were like, well, honestly, it wasn't me who was obsessed with it, but my younger sister used to be obsessed with Disney Channel, and during Halloween I'd get a little bit of seeing that, and there's also like three other films. This is a film franchise, and they're all Disney Channel originals, and I'll have to say, I'm not sure which one's the best, but I do like the franchise. So yeah. And then the next is Beetlejuice from 1988, and believe it or not, I actually have a DVD of this. I don't know how long we've had it, but I didn't ask for it, of course. But anyway, this was directed by Tim Burton, and it stars Alec Baldwin and Michael Keaton. And I'm not sure if I watched it in my American culture class when we were focusing on the 80s. I mean, it is a classic, and it's really good, but but I think it's just been a while since I've seen it, so I'm not sure if I remember much about it. But the one I do remember is Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. This was the first film to star Johnny Depp, and the main character we focus on, well, I'm not sure if she is the main character. Is there even a main character in that? But anyway, we have Nancy Thompson as the teenage girl who has nightmares about Freddy Krueger, who is that teenage killer, which 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 is kind of traumatizing just thinking about it. But I didn't really have a problem with it as long as it was meant to be traumatizing. And I'm 21, so yeah. But anyway, I pretty much liked it, and of course there were like some parts where like something's coming. What's gonna happen? But anyway, next is also from 1984, and that's Ghostbusters, and it stars Bill Murray, focuses on three men who catch ghosts in New York City, and it's another one of the best 80s films of all time. Well, if we're still talking about just Halloween, but in general, yeah. And there's also Ghostbusters 2, which I really like as well. And of course, don't forget the iconic Ray Parker Jr. song Ghostbusters. And then next is also Walt Disney. It is The Nightmare Before Christmas from 1993. And it is based off of Tim Burton's story, the same guy who directed Beetlejuice. And it's also a really good classic because we got the iconic character Jack Skellington, and this is one of the most unique Halloween films because it doesn't only focus on Halloween, but it also focuses on Christmas, and that's straight up cool. But anyway, the next is Scary Movie from 2000, and I've heard about it, but I don't really have too much of an opinion on it because I've never seen it. But I will not deny that it's pretty cool that that it has that it has Ghostface in it, which is that iconic character from the Scream movies. And then next is Friday the 13th from 1980. And this is a slasher film. There was a tragic incident about a young boy who drowned in the lake, in which the woman, Mrs. Voorhees, said it was her son, Jason, in which, in this film, she was the killer in this, not Jason himself, until the later films where he keeps resurrecting and becomes the main antagonist of those films. Alright, a couple more, and that would be Scream from 1996, another slasher film, and this stars David Arquette, Courtney Cox, and Drew Barrymore, and that's where we have the iconic ghost face. This movie references other horror films, as we have the the woman Casey talking to this unknown person on the phone, in which this caller is not what you think. She had to answer questions to save her boyfriend's life, but when she got a question wrong, that's when things got ugly. And 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 I know this is a little bit weird, but my mom is really not into these kinds of films, but she does like Scream. So yeah, sorry about my dog in the background, but and I like the Scream movies too. So yeah. And speaking of the other Scream movies, I also have seen Scream 2, which starred the three of the previous actors, but it also starred Sarah Michelle Gellar, Laurie Metcalf, Jerry O'Connell, and Jada Pinkett. And there's not much I remember about the plot, so yeah. But the final film that I will talk about is The Shining from 1980, and this one is quite amazing. It was based off of Stephen King's novel. Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall were in this, and when I was looking the film up on Wikipedia, I was surprised that Scatman Crothers was in this because he was the voice of Scat Cat in the Aristocats. But anyway, there was a word that is said a lot of times, and that is the word red rum, which was written on a mirror. And we also have the Brady twins, which I remember. And then the most iconic part was when Jack stuck his head through the bathroom door, and he said, "Here's Johnny." This has been referenced many times. But anyway, guys, that will be it for this Halloween movie brief review. And the question is, what is your favorite Halloween film? Comment below. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Stay tuned. This is me, over and out.